And another drummer I really admired for quite some time was, and I still admire him, but was Dave Weckl.
Okay. Yeah.
And I really copied a lot of his stuff a
Right.
while. And then I remember one show I saw him playing with the Brecker Brothers, and I was really like checking him out, and I understood a few more things that he did. But then I decided, no, I don't want to do that, because I don't want to sound like him or too much like him.
Yeah.
So that was a phase, and was really interesting, and I learned a lot. So, and then I checked out other.
Yeah. Dave certainly influenced a lot of people.
But do you know the story that Dave started out as a Steve Gadd?
Oh, well,
clone?
Yeah. I mean, you know, there was a little bit of Vinny and a little bit of Gadd. But I mean, hey, if you're going to pick two players that you know, to influence you and to study.
Yeah,
you know.
Vinny, of course, was one of my influences too.
But
then after, it was first Steve Gadd, Omar Hakim, then Dave Weckl, but then Vinny Colaiuta and Dennis Chambers are really like for his pocket. Really,
Yeah.
And so on, and I get inspired by different players all the time.
No, that's good. You have to keep an open mind. But just sort of on the subject of Vinny, I mean, you've been working with Barry Finnerty, or tell us a little bit about that, perhaps.
I met Barry a while ago while I was playing on the Musikmesse with my band, and we had Randy Brecker as our trumpet player in the band. And
people, this man gets Randy Brecker to come and play, you know, at the Musikmesse with his band.
Yeah, we even went on tour and recorded 2 CDs with him. So it was a quite long working relationship. And then when I woke up every day in the hotel room, I was like, oh, okay, I'm tired. I'm playing with Randy Brecker. All right, get up.
Yeah.
And so Barry came and saw the show, and because somebody from his record company wanted him to record an album in Germany, and so he said, "Go check out this rhythm section. I want you to record with them."
Nice.
And so he came and saw it, and then he said, "Yeah, let's do it." And then it was really. I really had a sleepless night because so we played 5 days at the Messe and then 1 day at a hotel and next day in the studio, and we didn't know any of the songs or anything, you know. And he was like, "Yeah, we play some straight ahead, we play some this and that," and I'm like, "Straight ahead jazz? No, that's not me." No.
Where's the phone?
Yeah.
Mum.
I felt like that. But it turned out really nice, and the songs were not straight ahead jazz, because I'm not a straight ahead jazz kind of guy, and because mostly I don't have that sound.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we recorded the CD and in 1 day, and it came out well. And then since then we have a good relationship, and we played some gigs here and there. And about 2 years ago we recorded a CD because Barry was in Germany, and we played a gig and he liked it so much, so he wanted to record with his band. So he wrote charts and came back to Germany and recorded this album.
Fantastic.
And now Barry's on. He'll be on tour with the Brecker Brothers. He's going to play with Terry Bozzio.
Right.
And I told him, hey, if Terry can make it,
you'll find another 6 bass drums.
I'm here. And he's like, yeah, for sure, I would recommend you.
Nice.
Yeah, but you know, Terry Bozzio. Whoa.
Oh, come on, Jost. I mean, actually, this is we kind of touched on this just when you came in. There is that kind of. For me, I find it difficult to believe that people don't accept, unless you're sort of American or English, that you have any kind of qualification or you should be listened to. And I've been fortunate. I've worked in the industry and I've done artist relations, so I've travelled and there's fantastic drummers everywhere. And I really, again, I mean, people like you, people like Stephanie, me. I mean, more people need to know about you. There needs to be access to your music. And I mean, do you find that kind of like claustrophobic to some extent, that it's hard to break out of being European or whatever?
I think that's why I like doing drum clinics, because that's my way out.
Okay.
That's my chance to travel the world and play drums.
Right.
Of course, it makes no sense. I think the thing is, it has to do with the language,
Mhm.
because most music that is popular worldwide is sung in English.
Mhm.
And the people that speak English best are English or
Oh.
American. Yeah, that's, you know, it is.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
alright,
and
okay.
maybe Australian and Canadian.
Yeah.
There's really hugely popular bands from Australia and Canada. And Canada is really like a small country. It's like
Sure,
20
yeah.
million.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and so the whole industry, the whole record industry is, they are like, okay, we have this new American band, you have to publish it in Germany, and the record company in Germany is like, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
no problem. But if a record company from Germany, Universal Germany says, we have this great band, could you please release it here? They're like, no, this is a one-way street. In the end, for me, it's about playing music that I love and
Yeah.
and making a living.
Mhm.
And I always thought I wanted to travel the world with a band.
Mhm.
But then I saw, I can say it here, we're private, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a private conversation.
Yeah, of course.
Then I saw, we opened up for Christina Aguilera a few years ago.
Right.
We played 6 gigs, and you know, I really like her voice, I have to say, and I like some of the songs, and as a pop act, you know.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
But when I felt the vibe in the band, and the band was really good, but they were really nice to us, but only the musicians, not we never talked to her.
No, no.
They never talked to her.
Oh, wow.
And the first thing they said when they saw our first gig was, yeah, we like the vibe, but this, you know, this Christina Aguilera tour is not about music, it's about dance. That's what they said.
Yeah, okay.
And I felt that they weren't really happy, and they wanted to go home, and
Yeah.
all of that. And then I felt like, no, it's not about going on tour on a big scale in the world. It's about doing what you love and then maybe touring the world.
Yeah.
But you know,
It's about being happy and being positive about what you do. Yeah.
yeah, and being respected by the artist for what you do,
Exactly.
and mutual respect. And so then I felt like, no, I really, you know, of course I would have, I guess I would have taken the gig, but I didn't feel
Right.
like I want to do this.
Right. You weren't trying to push the drummer down a set of stairs somewhere.
No,
to
it
get-
was Brian Fraser Moore. And
Oh,
he's
okay. Yeah, yeah. He's a
super,
sweetheart.
super.
Yeah, of course.
and a really nice guy, but it really, the lesson was more like, yeah, it's not about playing everywhere, it's playing what you
Yeah.
want to do. And
Being true.
Yeah.
Being true to yourself. Yeah, no, I understand.
so if it happens, if Jan decides to play in Miami, yeah,
South America and Japan and China, then
great. But if he doesn't, that's all right too.
cool. Okay. All right.
And if we can make it with the Barry Finity band, if we can make it to the US and play some gigs there, that's cool. But if we can't, well, we have a good
Yeah,
CD
yeah.
and we'll play some gigs in Europe then.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, well, I'm acutely aware that we're busy, but before we go any further, I have to introduce you to Jost's
Nice.
Groove book.
Nice
And-
shirt.
Yes, choice. Like, this is obviously Jost in his desire for a Lacoste, people. Should I say that again? Lacoste
No, don't say
deal. Kindly worn the same shirt. Now, this has just come out on Alfred.
Yeah.
And obviously it says what it does on the
Right.
tip. It's all about grooves. Now, in fact, I actually unravelled this. It took out the wrapper because Jost had only seen this morning or yesterday evening.
Yesterday, yeah.
For the first time.
Yeah, it
So-
just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and currently, unfortunately, it's only available in with German text. But of course, the notation and the CD and everything is universal.
It is.
So even if you can't understand German, people, you can still learn a huge amount from this. And having the pleasure of seeing Jost play several times, or more than several times, the word groove is more than appropriate because you do have and it's all in capital letters as well, groove. And that's it. Perhaps when they bring out the English version, they should underline it just to make sure, because certainly, you know, if you want to learn a little about playing in the pocket, then you really do have to check out Jost. But was this like long in the making? Did this take you a while to do, or was this because you also teach and you thought?
I always felt like, I hope this doesn't come across wrong, but I always felt like things are so clear that there's no need to write them down because they are so clear to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out that people write books or make DVDs, and I'm like, yeah, that's no news here. They're like, wow, this is the most interesting thing I ever heard. And I'm like, huh, really? Interesting. And then and then I thought, just write the things down that you really think that are clear, that you feel like they are good concepts. And most of all, in this book, that I wanted to write a book that's fun to play.
Right.
Really
Excellent.
fun to play these grooves, and I feel like all of these grooves really sound good. There's nothing in there that's only maybe one chapter that's only for practicing purposes.
Okay, right.
So it's musical in what I feel. And some of these things are just to find out different ways of orchestrating the patterns you already play. And yesterday I did in my masterclass, I was talking about some of these concepts, and somebody asked, how can I use this? And I was like, I never thought about that. Because you wanted to have, I don't know what he expected, but I told him this is fun to play.
Right.
And then you have to make the musical decision where you can maybe use it or maybe not.
Yeah.
And so I was inspired by this book I told you about earlier, this book with Steve Gadd, transcriptions, because I really liked the patterns so much. I really liked playing them and the ideas. And maybe by advanced funk drumming, I really liked playing this book. And so I wanted to write a book that's fun to play. And I wanted to take it one step further, because what I missed in these books, or maybe I didn't miss it back then, but from my perspective now, is a little bit more explanation of how the people come up with these patterns.
Right.
And so I really thought about it, and I really had to rethink it quite a few times, because something you just improvise might have a concept as well. So there's a lot of do-it-yourself parts in the book where you can create your own grooves.
Right.
But there's certain rules how to do that. So it's not like, here, write down a groove. I tell the people, follow these rules, and then you get nice grooves. And after you did that, you can break the rules.
Right, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Right, and then I show them a few examples how to break these rules. And I hope that people I hope they get creative by doing that. And so I even have, you won't see it, but I have a few just bass drum and snare patterns in this book.
Right.
You can see it.
Yeah,
but
no, we can get a camera.
Like this one. Boom, boom, ga, boom, 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 ga, boom, boom, ba, boom, 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 ba, boom. There's no hi-hat, no ghost note, no nothing. And I use different ways of filling the holes in this book, in this groove, like linear ways of approaching the groove and other ways. So that's I hope people get creative with this book.
Okay. I hope that. Obviously the German, Austrian, Swiss players are all going to eat this up, and I only hope that Alfred translate it. I mean, just so the CD. There's musical accompaniment on the CD.
No, it's only
the examples of the drum tracks.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I recorded 208 examples.
Wow.
And I was just, I should have thought about this early, but but I didn't. So I just told them at the publishing, I'm going to record all of them. And then I recorded it, and it was quite a bit of work. But anyway, the book is going to be available in English for sure.
Okay.
If Alfred won't publish it, I guess they will.
Yeah.
But I have reserved the right to do it myself then.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
So there's going to be an English version.
Okay,
sure,
well, I really hope, Jost, that it does. And people really, please do check out Jost's book and get on the internet and look at some of the live Jan Delay videos and things that are out there. You get to see Jost play. And of course, if Jost is coming anywhere near you, he's doing a masterclass or a clinic or just playing live, then not, break the door down, be there, because it will be a wonderful education. And I always enjoy I know I'm kind of like, sounding like I'm flattering you here, but I remember the very first time I saw you play, and you stopped me in my tracks. I was just like, who is this guy?
That was so funny because I really was surprised by the reaction I got.
From me, or generally, or both?
Generally, in a really positive way,
Nice.
because I just felt like I was playing a little bit here and a little there, and then people really liked the feel of it.
Yeah, you have great feel, great time, great feel, lovely pocket. I mean, world, wake up, discover Jost Weckl, please. And Barry Finity, but Jost, thank you so much for your time. It's been a real pleasure always to spend time with you and to watch you play. People, Mr. Jost Weckl.